Hello. In the DAZ community, I am known as Bohemian3. This video is to introduce you to the workflow that's involved with posing in DAZ Studio, exporting those poses, importing them into Marvelous Design, doing your draping there, and exporting them out and back into DAZ. As 3D artists, you know very well everything is a trade-off in creating 3D art. This slide briefly captures the main reasons why I choose to do my cloth simulation in Marvelous Designer. Let's jump into DAZ. The first thing we're going to do is load a character. A real time saver is setting up a file location as a quick action. So we're going to load Michael 8. You're going to use the target resolution that you want to do your final render in. For this video, I'm going to remove all textures. I'm going to open up the timeline, set a keyframe on frame 0, and then I'm going to do my pose on frame 30. Then scrub your timeline really quick to make sure you're starting in the A pose on frame 1 and transitioning to the final pose in frame 30. Then you're going to do two exports. The first one is an FBX that captures the animation, and the second export is an OBJ that will capture all the high definition information, the JCMs, of the final pose that you want to render. For now, that's it for DAZ. Let's head over to Marvelous Designer. First, we're going to import the FBX file that contains the animation. To focus on the workflow and not on garment creation, we're going to use a quick block pattern that's available in Marvelous Designer. You can find them in the Library tab. Block patterns come in with meshes as triangles. You want to change them to quads for DAZ Studio. Then we're going to change the particle distance to 8 for more realistic draping. Then we can do our initial simulation. Let's do a little cleanup in our 2D view, then set up our UVs. Return to the 2D window, and let's do some work with fabrics. Really quick, I'm going to copy the existing fabric, create a new fabric called trim, and quickly set the color of that so you can see it in action. The important thing to remember is fabrics become material zones in DAZ. Select a 2D pattern piece and then assign the fabric to it. Let's go ahead and save the project, and we can finally see our simulation in action. Select Animation on the menu bar, then press Record. This looks blocky and static. I want to add more interested movement, so I'm going to add wind. On the menu bar, select Display, Environment, Show Wind Controller. Select the wind controller in the 3D window. In the property editor, I'm going to activate it and change the strength to 500. I'm going to simulate, and I'm going to interactively, using the hand tool, grab the garment and create more visual interest and movement in the garment. This looks good, so I'm going to save the project. Then I'm going to clear the scene. I'm deleting the FBX. Now I'm going to import that high definition OBJ that contains the high definition information and the JCMs. Then I'm going to add my project back in, just the garment, not the avatar. And notice now how we have some poke through because the FBX does not contain the JCM information. I'm going to hit spacebar again to clean that up, save the document, and export the final OBJ garment. And then let's head back to DAZ. And then last off, you're going to import the OBJ garment you exported from Marvelous Designer. You will texturize it and do your final render. That's the entire workflow. At first it seems like a lot and a little overwhelming, but you'll be amazed how quickly it goes once you get used to it. Personally, I think it's worth the effort to get the fine control I want in cloth simulation. So thanks for watching. I appreciate any feedback or share what topics you would like to see covered. And if you can take the time to comment or like the images in my gallery, I appreciate that as well. The link is below. Take care until next time.